Alright guys, I want to start by reading you guys a poem. It's called Requiem for Unrequited Love, the Retrospective Reveries of a Rejected Romantic. I live inside the shadow of your heart, shackled to our past, no direction in sight, still I inch on, aimlessly down hell's highway, across your interstate veins, down my dead-end roads, all looping back to the Sphinx, whose riddle I still can't solve. Yet I still hear the beat of your drummer, so I must march towards your every pulse, my every hope. But then one day, like a thing with feathers, my hope flew away. Finally, was the riddle really this easy? I'm sentenced to drown in your love, I'm sentenced to die in your heart. So who do you think wrote that?
Pope?
Keys.
Actually, I did. So some of the things that I was going to talk about today are different coping mechanisms that I have. For me, since when I was at Millsaps from 2006 to 2010, went through a weird period of depression, and I'm still finding ways to cope with it. And I wanted to also try to impart one goal that is driving me right now to find happiness for my last ending that I'll have. First coping mechanism would be poetry, that I'll talk about today. Secondly, I love to clean and organize. Third would be to get a sense of completion from just collecting and completing a set of something. And the goal, that's hopefully will be joining some military branch, most likely the Air Force. And for poetry, for me, that's just a purging of an emotion. Moved out of my apartment, got into a townhouse, I'm away from home. There's no friends anymore that I feel close to. Don't have that connection or support system. There's no animals in the house right now. So if I can write and make up my friends on a page, or I can have someone to talk to in that sense, I can write out my emotion. And that way it's not stuck with me, it's not burdening me, it's not holding me down, and I can be free of it. So that sense of catharsis that I feel from the writing is really enjoyable. It's the same feeling that you may feel from reading Twilight or 50 Shades of Grey. It's the same kind of emotional high. And from that, I also love to clean and organize, because for me, that's getting a sense of, on a microcosm scale, where my life feels out of order and in chaos. I'm controlling my own environment and bringing a small scale of order to my life. So whether that's just taking all the glasses and coffee cups in the drawer, making sure they're all lined up the same way, so the handles are all facing the same way, or like the shirts in the closet are all color coordinated. In terms of completing the set, feel that sense of wholeness from that, where I feel fragmented otherwise in my original life in reality. So with completing a set, that can be from completing a series of books, the Harry Potter series, or a D&D season set. And I use those for, instead of antidepressants, or instead of drinking or other vices or working out, like that would be the way that I'm trying to cope with what's happening internally. And the driving force that is my dream that I would love to achieve is getting into the Air Force as an officer. And so one exercise I'd like you guys to do, if you could all just please stand up for a second. Okay. Thank you. And if everyone can just sit back down. So very small way of just demonstrating leadership capabilities. Something you would have as an officer. You guys all stood up, which is great. So I love your performance, positive reinforcement. And I hope to do that on a larger scale. And that's the battle I'm weighing on right now. Should I keep going and racking up student loan debt, and then try to go in as an officer from officer training, or shall I just enlist and then try to move up the ranks and apply for officership? So those are the two that I'm trying to figure out what's the better route. But right now I'm still trying to finish out the bachelor's. So today we talked about different coping mechanisms that everyone can employ, whether that be completing a set or finding completion. You can use poetry for catharsis. You can also order and clean things in a home and use that as a sense of finding order on a small scale of your life. and they just have some goal. And for me, that's just hopefully getting away from Mississippi and moving to a new location and joining the Air Force to make something better myself. Thank you guys for your time.